Hello, I am Wallace, the Polish toy guy. Today I'm going to show you how to transform Scout class Decepticon Ransack from Transformers Cybertron. This video will cover both transforming him from vehicle to robot mode and back, as well as his cyber key power gimmicks. Being a transformer from Speed Planet, Ransack of course rolls on the floor, quite nice, but you can also access his cyber key power gimmick in vehicle mode. And if you can't find the right cyber key for Ransack, don't worry, in his case you will never mistake it for any other. So what you want to do is to place the key on his driver's seat, insert it into this slot that's decorated with this green triangle arrow, and when you push it in, you will get weapon deployment, so that now Ransack can fire upon enemies that are chasing him. Quite convenient. And if you just want to close the gimmick, you remove the key and flip this back until it snaps. And there you go. Now it's time to transform Ransack into his robot mode. So the first step we want to take is to remove his weapon assembly. So we just grab it, lift it up, and as you can see, there are also hooks that may or may not overlap or intersect with his robot feet, but you just push this up a bit and that's no longer a problem. So now you want to disconnect his forearms from his legs. You just push them aside. As you can see, the forearms lock with the legs using the knee guards. So using this hinge, you just lower the legs until they can't go any further. With that done, you go to the rear wheel and split it and flip the halves to the sides. And you can also deploy Ransack's heels from inside the leg, and the legs are done. And the top will be as well in a moment. First you want to separate the forearms as well as the gas tank. And using these black hinges, just swing them out to the side. Now you can swing them down and flip down the bicep and the forearm. Now go back to the front and spin the front wheel 45 degrees in any direction you want. It will gently snap into place. And now you go to the windshield and push it back, revealing the head, and push it again on this secondary hinge to form the chest plate and fully reveal the head. And now the robot mode of Ransack is complete. And for robot mode gimmicks, you can of course weaponize Ransack, though in non-deployed form this looks kind of silly. So what you want to do is to grab your cyber key, push it in and deploy the barrels. And now that looks nice. And that you can attach to any of Ransack's two hands using this 5mm handle, which also means that you can weaponize Ransack with guns and swords and other things from other toys, not only from Cybertron. And now Ransack is ready for action. And now it's time to transform Ransack back into his vehicle mode. So let's start with his chest area. First we flip his head back so that it lands in this hood-like structure. And we can also flip his chest piece forward, like this. Now we rotate his front wheel 45 degrees in any direction you want. It will still click into place gently. Now let's transform his arms, so we just push them up so that the biceps hide in the shoulder guards. And the said shoulder guards we will now rotate back and combine them so that they form the driver's seat and the gas tank. And as you can see, there's a small red dot that will go into a hole in the other arm. So we just combine. And now let's combine the legs by first joining the wheel, the rear wheel. So first we want to hide the robot heels, and when they are absent we rotate this 180 degrees so it takes the heel position. And now, as you can see, there are small teeth-like structures on the wheel. This indicates to us how should we combine the wheel. It will combine by friction, but it stays together nicely. And now we use the knee guards to slot the legs into the forearms, into these two cavities. So we align everything, push it together. Until we have something like this, and the final touch, we add the weapon. If it's still deployed, we remove the cyber key, snap the barrels back, and now, as you can see, we have two red spots on the sides of the forearms, and this will actually slide into this little slot. As you can see, there's a very small groove which we will use to thread these posts through, and they will also lock into place. And the final touch, it's not necessary, but you can still use these hooks on the gun to attach it to the hollow parts of the toes. If you of course hit them correctly, like that. And with that done, Ransack's vehicle mode is now complete. And that's all for this transformation guide. I hope it was useful to you and you liked it. More guides like this are coming soon, and in the meantime, feel free to suggest a new one in the comments. I might just have the toy you want to see transformed. I will catch you again in the next video, and until then, stay well. Polish Toy Guy signing out.